The Lone Star, Brody. Passive, Abyss Corrosion. Brody's basic attacks have a longer casting animation and only benefit from a portion of the attack speed bonus, but he can wind up his basic attacks while moving. Each of his basic attacks deals heavy physical damage and grants a movement speed bonus which decays rapidly. It will also apply a stack of Abyss Mark that will cap at 4 stacks. Each stack's mark increases Brody's damage against the target and his movement speed. First skill, Abyss Impact. Brody launches a shockwave in the target direction, dealing physical damage and slowing the enemy, and applying 1 stack of Abyss Mark. For each enemy that the shockwave hits, it will deal extra damage and inflict an extra slow effect, while applying an additional stack of Abyss Mark. Second skill, Corrosive Strike. Brody dashes to an enemy, dealing physical damage and stunning the target, while applying 1 stack of Abyss Mark. Upon hitting the target, Brody can dash again in a target direction, gaining a movement speed bonus which decays rapidly. Ultimate, Torn Apart Memory. Brody locks on all the targets within 8 yards and deals physical damage to them. All Abyss Marks on the target's hit will be detonated and reset, each stack dealing physical damage that increases based on the target's lost HP. In the laning phase, Brody can regularly use his first skill and basic attacks to clear lanes and poke the enemy heroes. Once enemy heroes are low on HP, Brody can use his second skill to close in and stun them, then cast his ultimate to try to finish them off. In teamfights, Brody should prioritize using his first skill and basic attack to apply Abyss Marks on enemy heroes outside of the battle area. He can then use his ultimate and basic attack to deal heavy damage, and his second skill and basic attack to chase down enemies on the run. Brody's unique basic attack mechanic and his first skill combo allow him to poke the enemy heroes more frequently. This also allows Brody to suppress his opponents early on, giving him an advantage in farming. Upgrade Brody's first skill at level 1. Then continue to prioritize upgrading it, as his first skill can deal more damage during the laning phase. Brody can use his first skill from the bushes to ambush enemy heroes and stack Abyss Mark. If successful, he can then follow up with his second skill to stun the enemy and apply more Abyss Marks, allowing him to cast his ultimate and begin reaping. Brody can wind up his basic attack while moving, which he can use to kite the enemy heroes, allowing him to hit the enemy without getting hit himself. Blade of the Hep Disease is Brody's core piece of equipment. Its unique passive synergizes well with Brody's passive, allowing him to deal more damage with his slow basic attacks. Build Blade of Despair in the mid-game to boost Brody's single target damage and effectiveness at picking off low HP heroes. We recommend the Flicker battle spell for Brody as he lacks directional movement abilities. Flicker can give him not only a good escape ability, but also a good pursuit ability when he tries to finish off the enemy heroes.
Legendary!
Brody is strong against heroes with poor survivability in the early game and heroes without a dash, because he can easily lock on them and attack beyond their reach, like Amon and Yin. Brody is countered by heroes with CC immunity and multiple movement abilities, because they can quickly close in on Brody, giving him no chance to stack the Abyss Mark, such as Mortis and 1-1. Brody works best with heroes who can perform lock-on attacks or heroes with area CC abilities, as they can give Brody more room to deal damage and farm better, such as Hylos and Mincidar. In the early game, Brody should focus on using his basic attack and first skill from a safe distance. And he can use his second skill to stun the enemy if he is in danger before using a movement ability to escape to safety. He should reach level 4 as soon as possible and then try to eliminate his opponents.
You have slain an enemy!
In the mid to late game, Brody should focus on a target hero that is easier for him to handle. He should use the second skill plus first skill plus basic attack combo to quickly stack up the Abyss Mark on that target, then cast his ultimate to take out the target hero and run away while firing his basic attacks.